Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me over the birds. It is Tuesday and I'm getting ready to head to London because I have a Lisa Eldridge event which I've never been to before. I've never even tried anything from her brand, so I thought really good way to sort of experience the brand. And then I have the Jo Malone Scented Mementos antique shop, which I am so excited about. I told you about this in my last video. I'm heading to their antique shop, which is Lasco. I think you say it like that, Lasco. Very, very famous antiques and salvage brand, and we're going to actually be speaking to the director of Lasco. He's going to be giving a talk about antiquing. Obviously, I love going antique shopping. It's something I'm really passionate about, but I'm not a collector. I'm just someone that likes old things. So it's going to be really fascinating to hear from him. He's also going to be doing a talk with Emma South. And I'm not sure if you all remember Emma, but she is the one who scented our wedding and helped us select our fragrances to scent the venue, to scent ourselves. So it's going to be lovely to see her again, really, really lovely. And explore how Jo Malone does an antique shop. Now, from what I can see, this shop is pretty spectacular in its setting because it is a grade 2 listed building which has been developed all around it with modern buildings, and it's just this beautiful old building sat in this almost concrete jungle. It's so fascinating. But the Scented Mementos collection is all inspired by antiquing, and again, that's not in the stuffy sense of antiquing. It's whatever you do when it comes to antiquing. So whether you're a collector, whether you go to auctions, or whether you just go to car boot sales and like to find old wonderful things, which I think is just as wonderful as collecting, in my humble opinion. The collection is designed around a few different sort of pillars. There is also a Dawn Musk candle, which, if you know, candles for me from Jo Malone are the most special. They're the most emotive. I use them in my home so passionately. I bought the last candles that I got from Jo Malone. I bought the Wild Bluebell ones and they were so wonderful. I've still got one left because obviously I can only bring myself to burn the one. But all of the bottles are collectible. They're all inspired by old perfume bottles and old trinkets. So I cannot wait to show you these, and I cannot wait to get there and experience it. Obviously we're going to be filming a reel, Ali and I, together when we get there, just to bring the collection to life, tell you a little bit more about them, show you the inspiration across my channel. So you can tell I'm excited because I've not shut up about it. I'm just doing my eye makeup. I've done my base. We're in very low light today. It's supposed to be about 15 degrees in London. It looks like it might be quite grey, but at the moment what's happening is it tends to brighten up later on in the day. So I'm outfit repeating today, but I'm just going for some different accessories. And who knows what might happen today, because I'm partial to an impulse antiques purchase. Let's hope we're gonna have some better lighting in a minute. I stayed up later than I should have done last night trying to decide what outfit I was gonna wear. And I've settled on the same blooming outfit as the last time I went to London. However, I've got 2 coat options and I need to get Ali's opinion on them. So let's go downstairs. This is obviously the coat I wore last time, but I've got my pearly coat as well, which I think looks really lovely. Have I got my phone? Yes. Have I got all my makeup? Yes. Have I got my purse? Yes. Have I got everything I'm gonna need? No, because I need batteries. Oh, that is a good shot. You can see my beard from here. Yeah, this is obviously the Todd's coat that I wore last time.
Yes.
This is what I was gonna wear.
Yeah.
Or Purdy. I'm worried I'm gonna be hot in this, but what do you think? Can't decide, I need a wee.
To make these sync, you might need to download an app.
Oh no, okay. You're not giving me the other ones?
No, because I packed them for me.
Oh, okay. All right, stealing Ali's headphones. Right, Carrie's messaging me, I've got to go.
Give me a kiss.
Lovey. See you in a bit. Go team. Go team.
Go Ali.
Go Ali. Morning.
Morning.
I feel like it's going to be one of those travel days today where I barely made my train. It was then completely packed and it's just carnage everywhere. So I feel like it's going to be just one of those days, but it's not going to affect me, not in the slightest. We are heading to the first event, which is at Wild by Tart in Belgravia with Lisa Eldridge and Space NK. From what I know, it is all about skin, which I am very much about at the moment. 2 new products going to be launching from Lisa Eldridge, and I think it's going to be all about the spring summer base, which is always fun for me because I feel like that's where skin really comes into its own. It's like the season of beautiful skin. Now I have to find my own way around. No idea where I'm going. He said it was down this alleyway, but I think he's lying. Completely lost, but if I want to go to cycle or Barry's, I'm sorted. Well, this looks a little bit more promising. Wild by Tart. So not a tinted moisturiser, so there's no movement. There's a lot of playtime that you get to have with it, and then once it settles, that's it. And it's just like a really beautiful, it's like your skin but on its best day. Oh, that's like music to my ears. Yeah. I never do this. I never vlog with other people in, but I'm here with Ling. Don't you back away as well? I haven't seen Ling in so long. So long. Literally, this is the gift that keeps on giving today, but I'm also here with Donna as well. And Donna is like my favourite person to follow at the moment because I feel like she's very much the content that I was looking for online when it comes to like health, beauty, lifestyle, all of that kind of stuff. I found her and I was like, this is everything. She's like giving me so much more confidence in wearing less makeup. You will love her stuff, and she's just launched her YouTube channel, so I'll pop her YouTube channel in the description box down below. Obviously, I'm going to pop links as well because such a hot girl. Oh no, but honestly, I am literally the biggest fangirl ever. That's when I come to these events, I'm like, play it cool, Lydia, play it cool. I'm getting shade matched for the new Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint, which is the new product that's launching today. Perfect. What's your name?
I'm Omar.
Omar. I'm here with Omar.
Hi. Hello.
And Omar's going to shade match me.
So, first of all, we're going to start with first is the, obviously the mist. The mist itself is phenomenal. There's so many skincare ingredients. What it does, the main thing it has is film itself. What it does, it starts to tighten the skin as well.
Is this new as well?
No, it's been upgraded.
Okay, I've never tried anything with the brand, ever.
This stuff, it's a game changer. It's good to refresh makeup, it's good just to liven the face up as well. Also, it's like cinnamide in there, so it helps build control so you're not going to avoid your face like that. Do you want to put it on the face? Yeah. Do you want something that's going to be your skin now, or do you want to go for something that's going to be like skin summer?
Skin summer.
Skin summer.
Skin summer. I'm usually more tan than this. I feel like I'm emerging from like the depths of winter at the moment.
So I'm thinking maybe let's go for say a tea.
We're going to do it on my hand because I obviously have a shoot after here, so I can't do anything.
So we'll go with something like that.
Oh, wow. That's lovely.
Just...
I think we can go darker than that.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's me now.
Let's go with say... Let's go with maybe T11 actually.
T11. Yes.
Yes.
That looks more like my usual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at that. That's like perfect. I love the packaging as well.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. Oh, and it's flat on the back as well, so it doesn't roll around. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Genius. We are now choosing from the like pick and mix bar here at the event. So we've gone for T11 in the foundation.
So we're going to do on a packet of
0N in the lip pencil.
So, and then we've got 2C.
2C. Just had a little lip top up. But the packaging is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Right, I have just left the event and I'm in my car to go and meet Ali at the at Brunswick House for the Jo Malone event. Also, how proud of you are, wait, hold on, how proud of me are you for all of the vlogging that I did then? I met so many people as well, which was really, really good. It was so lovely to catch up with Ling. I honestly fangirled so much over Donna and I'm so looking forward to just getting to know her more and also just following her. I just think especially her YouTube channel. It's just right up my street at this point in my life, and she's just such a calming energy to be around. And then always I catch up with Ree. I was talking to Alessandra Steiner, she's just amazing. And then I also met, I think, Zach Heath, which humbled me because I was very much unaware that he was 20 years old, and I am 15, nearly 16 years older than him, which was interesting. Yes, we're on our way to the next event, ready to film. Well, I think I found it. I think I found my little slice of heaven in London. Oh goodness me, it smells incredible. Very excitingly, we have arrived to Lascaux. I have actually met the director before I've got to listen to him speak, and I'm upstairs exploring the floors. It is a spectacular place, my goodness me. And they actually have a lot of like vintage, like herbarian and vegetable prints that I've always been interested in. So I'm gonna get a look at those up close. But I'm also gonna give you a bit of a tour of what Jo Malone has created here, because it's so beautiful and the girls have gone to so much work. But this is the collection. Now, we haven't had the talk through yet, but I have been having a smell test, and Emerald Thyme, when we did the fragrance testing, I knew what this was straight away because I could just get those notes of thyme. It is beautiful but still fresh, really lovely for spring. This is so unexpected. Ginger beer is probably, for me, a real crowd pleaser. This has been the most successful out of all of them. So stunning. And actually, when you buy all 4 of them, you get the most beautiful oil painting of the countryside, which is going to go perfectly in my dressing room. So I'm very much in love with that. And this is the new candle. So pretty. We've got some florals and the beautiful setting here by the grand piano. Well, I started off so well with the vlogging, and then I had too much fun at the Jo Malone event and didn't show you anything. Obviously we had content to capture when we were there as well. This one joined me to help me get my content, but we ended up having lunch, and I was sat on the most fantastic table with Twiggy, Yvonne, Josephine, Tijan and Ree. And obviously whenever I'm with Ree, you'll know that we tend to have a good old time. So it was a really lovely day. I just ended up spending it talking the whole time, but we'll unbox everything when I get home. We're just about to drop Ali off, and because he's got more events tonight, he's going to be quite late this evening. How are you feeling now? Do you want to take some paracetamol with you? I've got some.
I feel fine in terms of how I feel, yeah.
Interesting. It's amazing how
I just feel
how you recover like that.
it's runny nosy.
We were talking about it over lunch. We were talking about how difficult men find it when they are unwell. I'm outnumbered in the car, so I probably shouldn't have this conversation now. I am home after a very dreamy day in London. Oh my goodness. I'm still on cloud 9. The Jo Malone girls were so wonderful. It was such a treat. And now I'm home, so I'm gonna unbox the fragrances with you. I'm also gonna have some dinner, and I'm gonna put my comfy clothes on because you know what I'm like. You know. Oh, and I should check down the back of the house as well. Do we have grouted floors? I've had no updates today, but we do have boarding, so I'm guessing that that's got to be done first. We have a tray in as well. So there is progress, You know what I'm like. I'm Mrs. Impatient, and I'm learning to be patient. Okay, so boarding has been done in here as well, and the tray has been fitted nice and flush to this floor as well, which I really like. Oh, so glorious. Glorious. So this is all boarded up. This will be tongue and grooved paneling. Are you following me everywhere? You are. Good afternoon, everyone. I have taken the morning to catch up on some bits and pieces and check in on some things on my laptop. I'm having a no makeup day because I'm taking it a little bit less content focused. I mean, not this kind of content because we always crack on here, but I thought I would give you a lowdown of what I got yesterday. So we started off yesterday with the Space NK event with Lisa Eldridge. I finally got to meet Donna, who I shared on my Instagram. When was it? I shared, it must have been February time, I basically discovered her content. Again, she's one of those people that I've like discovered just at the right time, along with the like ultra processed people book, all of these things that were just happening, and I was being introduced to all of these people. And Donna has actually become one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram, because she takes a very, very different approach in terms of like makeup. She's very barely there, she's very clean in terms of the products that she uses, and the same with food. So she was really good for like food inspiration when maybe I was just dipping my toe into it. Obviously we are now over 2 months into the changes that I've made in my life. Yeah, I'll give you like a proper update of things, but so good to finally meet her. I was kindly gifted a few pieces from Lisa's brand, Lydia Eldridge's brand, and it comes in this gorgeous little denim pouch. And what I really like about the brand is it's very sort of like natural, light base. And apparently Lisa has a technique that is not too dissimilar to what I have miraculously adopted for my own makeup a lot of the time, where I just use like a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna try and find her video and watch it for myself, but I'm really looking forward to trying this. So I got 2 different colors of that. I've got some lipsticks, even the mascara. So I'm very much looking forward to trying those. I will definitely keep you up to date on those. The Jo Malone, the lunch was delicious, and I was sat with lots of lovely girls. I was sat with Ree again, which was good, and I was with Josephine of TOWCESTER Rose, who is one of my favorite like TikTok accounts. I've been following her for a couple of years, and when it comes to fragrance, she pretty much knows everything. We met recently at a florist event, and it was so nice to get to sit next to her as well. And then I was sat next to this girl. Oh my goodness, I met this beautiful girl, 2 girls, Twiggy and Yvonne. And I'm so sorry that I didn't get my camera out, but we were having such good chats on our table. It was really wonderful. Yvonne, I actually discovered on TikTok. I was served a podcast that she did. She was a guest on. And when I tell you that this girl is like the most rational thinker, and probably has just developed that on her own. I had to do this through like therapy and life coaching, but it just seems like this is just her in her existence. And the reason why I stumbled across her video was because she was very confidently speaking about relatability, and relatability has been a topic of conversation that I definitely feel has centered around me a lot over the years of my career. And it's been something I've had to like understand and dissect. And what she was saying is that she doesn't want relatable content. She doesn't want someone doing the exact same thing as her, because then she's not seeing something that's gonna like, you know, light a fire up her backside and go and do things. And that's very much always been the premise of my content. And it made me realize why I think some people come to my channel and are like, perhaps they're expecting something that was never supposed to exist here. Because when I think about it, like honestly, sorry, I will get into the Jo Malone box, but when I think about it, when I went to university, I wasn't relatable when I was at university because I was working 3 jobs. When all of my friends and all of the people in my uni halls were going out and enjoying themselves, I was working 3 jobs. I had a job in 2 different bars, and I worked at Topshop. So I was like working all the time. I wanted to make money, and I wanted to just be able to live a good life. Then in my previous years at university, I lived in a flat. I didn't live in like a house share. I got myself a nice flat, shared it with one other girl. We lived really well. And again, I was working at Topshop. I was working consistently throughout university. That's not relatable for most students. I was buying Mulberry handbags and Gucci sunglasses and things like that because that was what was important to me at that time. And it's what I aspired to have. So I wasn't relatable then. So then when I got my first job, again, most of like my friends were on like gap years and things like that. I never did that. The most I did was work a summer in Ibiza. And again, I had 3 jobs when I worked in Ibiza, and I used to come home with thousands of pounds in my bank because I'd worked all summer rather than taking it off. Again, not relatable for most people. Some of you will be sat there going, well, that's relatable for me. And that's the issue with relatability, is that it's relatable for some people, but on the mass, maybe not relatable for everyone. Then Ali and I bought our first home long before any of our friends were on the property ladder, long before most people in like the remit that I was in on social media had bought their first home, especially themselves. It's different when people have had like help and things like that. It's probably a different walk of life. And a lot of the people on social media now, you're seeing their big houses and that's like their first home. For us, this is our second home. It really occurred to me that throughout my entire journey, I've never been relatable to the masses, and it has always been centered around striving for better and a wonderful life. And so I think that's where it's really been confusing for me online. So now that this conversation is happening where people are actively having, I think I said to her, I said I thought that she was really brave, because it's not the common discussion point. And as much as it's not like, you know, she's not going to save the world, it's brave to speak out when the majority of other people are telling you that you need to be this way. So I thought she was really brave, and it's really good to see people talking about that, where they're happy to put their hands up and be like, I don't want to be able to relate to people. I want to aspire to something. I want to be inspired. I want some aspiration from someone. And I don't want to see someone's messy room. And there's neither content is right or wrong. It's just down to you guys to decide what you watch. There's no good coming here to me, given everything about me over my entire career. Even when I lived in my ex-council house in Milton Keynes, I had Chanel bags all in my cupboard in there. That was not relatable. It never was supposed to be. I was never thinking that part of my business pillars was that I want to be relatable. It's just, I think people wanted that from me. So anyway, met her, thought that she was absolutely fantastic. I really hope she starts her own podcast, because a lot of the things that she was saying, I found her a very, very like inspiring person, and she just had such a way with words and such confidence with it as well. And so I'll link her Instagram down below, because she's, yeah, and not to mention just blooming gorgeous. Basically, it was for the launch of their new Scented Mementos collection, which is limited edition. It's available now. I'll link it on in the description box down below. This is not part of my sponsorship with them. I wish it was, but it's not. But I'll link it down below, and I can tell you which ones are my favorites as well. Emerald Thyme comes in the green bottle. I love it. The bottle is kind of like inspired by an old tincture bottle, which I think is gorgeous. Now this is sort of a bit zesty, but instantly you get those notes of thyme, and it feels quite earthy and natural and fresh. I love this. I wouldn't say it's like necessarily the most crowd pleasing, but this is definitely my favorite because it feels quite natural. It feels very like in line with all of the things that I love. So I'm gonna pop this on now. Because it's got notes of lemon in there and thyme, it's like, it reminds me of walking past my herb chugs, because I've got lemon thyme in there, and it's just that mix of the two that's so nice. You're the evergreen girl, I would say, if you're wearing emerald thyme. You're a little bit zesty, a little bit herby, a little bit natural, but still soft and elegant. That's what I would say of that. Then I'd say my second favorite, ginger beer, and this is like, they do really have that sort of nostalgic scent to them as well, and this is beautiful. I'd say that this is for a little bit more of like the cool girl. So she's probably got the row leather jacket, little skinny sunglasses, but wants something a little bit unique. It's quite smoky, it's a little bit sensual, it's quite warm. That's what I think with this one. This is Passiflora, and this is a brilliant like high summer fragrance. This is really sort of tropical but sweet, so everything that you would want from a good summer fragrance, and of course absolutely beautiful. Imagine that this one, they're like, you know, delicate linens just kind of wafting around a tropical island somewhere. So if you've got a holiday, I think you will absolutely love Passiflora. I believe that if you buy 2 of the fragrances, you get a really beautiful green box as well. So if you're thinking of gifting these to anyone. The next one is Musk. I think this was my least favorite, because this has almost like, this is for the eccentric individual, I would say. This is, you know, when you see someone that's got like a really unique sense of style, they're maybe like a little bit old money, they're probably, you know, they run an antique store in London, or like a vintage store, designer vintage store, something like that, really eccentric, like with fur and bits and pieces like that. This is what I imagine that they would smell like. Goodness me, it is definitely not only a shirt weather today. I've had to go and put on a cashmere lily silk jumper because I was like, I've just been emptying a new bag of potting soil into my little bucket, and I'm gonna just throw some of these courgette black beauties into a seed tray, because I grew these about 2 years ago and they are still by far, they were like my best, most successful year of courgettes. So I'm just gonna throw loads in. I'm literally just sowing everything so that I can do anything with my beds. I also need to unpack something because I am going on a bachelorette party this weekend, and the only bachelorette party I have ever been on is my own. And I'm very nervous. I do love a fresh bucket of soil. It means no bugs. I've got a bit carried away. I've popped my courgette black beauty in. I've also done some lettuce and some chives. I've done the lettuce like this. I've never done it like this before. Usually I do it outside, but for me it's just a little bit too wet still. I'm waiting for a nice sunny day to do it in the beds, but perhaps I'm wrong. But it means that I'll be able to place these out in a uniform. Same with the chives. I want to do a little bit of companion planting with the chives. So I've sown about 20 little seed nodules of those as well, and given everything a bit of a water, and added some of these Cosmos Double Dutch because I didn't get any of these last year. These were very difficult to grow, so I'm going to give it another go. This is one of my outfits, well, part of it anyway, for the hen party. This is for the pink disco theme, and I picked this up in the Nadine Marabi sale. I got this like, I think it's for about 90 quid. It is not my normal style, but it is something that I will wear for the bride happily. How this looks. Is that pink disco enough for you? A little pink disco skirt. I hope this is gonna fit me, you know. I've also panic ordered some bits and pieces today because I've been meaning to do a theory order for a while because I really like some of their stuff. So I did a bit of a last minute theory order that is supposed to arrive tomorrow. I paid for next day delivery, but what I did, I think this is quite clever / moronic. I placed half an order with an outfit fully good to go because the first night is all black casual. So I placed one order with an all black casual outfit in that order, and then another order with an all black casual outfit in that order, so that should one of them not make it, I've got at least one. However, the things that I am worrying about is my diet, because I have been realising, especially when going into London, and I was speaking to Donna yesterday about it, that that is where I am noticing I am struggling the most when it comes to eating, is when I'm out and about. Like, obviously if I go to like a proper restaurant where I can choose and that kind of thing, it's different. However, we're going to be at a house, and I imagine that we're going to be ordering like takeaways and things like that, and I'm going to be like, you got any homemade mayonnaise? And obviously I don't want to put anyone out. So what I might try and do is do a bit of a food shop and honestly like take some food with me, like just some simple dishes like tuna and sweet potato with like vegetables and some salads, and I'm going to take a sourdough. I am going to make some homemade mayonnaise tonight, and I'm going to make some for me to take with me as well. I think I'm going to do some little energy balls as well. And it's so funny thinking about this because obviously we used to make energy balls. Carrie and I would make energy balls like 6 years ago, but it was for a very different reason. And now it's like to get all of the different varieties of the plants in your body to have something that is whole and wonderful to eat on the go. And it's so interesting how these things have changed. But anyway, I obviously wanted to give you a bit of an update on my health as well. So I have done, as I've said, 2 full cycles since the changes were made. Like, seriously. When I tell you that I am so incredibly strict with my diet now, you won't catch me like eating a biscuit now. You won't. It actually is much more like 98%, because obviously if I'm in a situation where I'm ravenous and I have to eat something that isn't the best, I'll always now go for what is the best option in a bad bunch. I don't crave, which is the weirdest thing, I don't crave all of the things that I used to crave. I don't crave crisps, I don't crave takeaways, I'm actually repulsed, which is so weird. It's really cemented itself in my lifestyle in a really wonderful way. And so I feel much better. Just from the outset, I noticed a difference straight away. I can't remember the last time I was unwell, as in like had an upset tummy, which for me is, actually no, I can remember. I can remember because I was out with friends, and it definitely wasn't because I was eating anything that was bad. It was because something that I'd eaten was clearly bad, and it was like instant, and it's probably way too much information and I apologize, but I really want you guys to understand the positive impacts that this has had on me. It was instant, and once that was out of my system, it was out of my system, and I was absolutely fine. And that was 2 weeks ago. Whereas I was probably living my life in a constant state of unwellness. I'm not like that anymore. When it comes to my PMDD, I don't want to get too ahead of myself on this because it can be erratic, my cycle, but I will update you on what I've experienced in the last 2 months. I'm still having extreme sweats, end of my cycle. I usually experience insomnia and extreme sweats, low mood to the point of depressive thoughts, suicidal thoughts, I don't know. These things are always very personal to me, so I apologise, I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm just doing my best. Yes, so I've had those kinds of things, and it is safe to say that life is a lot more, and has been a lot more, on one level. I get a little bit of like, but nothing like I was getting. Like, I'd say what I get now is what you would expect from a normal cycle. Like, there's going to be a little bit of a hormone. I really want to get it to the point where maybe I don't even know. And I genuinely believe that that is possible. I'm listening to Aggie's book at the moment, which is called Biohacking for Women. I keep getting the name wrong. It's because she's got Biohacking Bestie. So I think the book is called Biohacking Bestie, but it's not. But I'm listening to her book at the moment, and she talks about how women are exposed to a number of chemicals, so much more than men. And obviously chemicals exist normally, like everything essentially is a chemical, but it's those more synthetic chemicals, those man-made chemicals that are the ones that will affect us the most. And I genuinely believe that like we as women are so much more complex than men. And so when we are exposed to those chemicals, whether it's through beauty products, which I obviously love, day-to-day bits and pieces, it is a lot. And I would imagine that those are the last things for me to get under control to experience this much more smooth sailing. We've been putting stuff into us that shouldn't have ever gone into our bodies, which means that our bodies are not getting the nutrients that they need. They're not getting the minerals, the plants, the all of the things like that, and it's throwing us off. That's not the case for everyone. Please remember, I am not a doctor. So whatever I'm saying is just my opinion from my experience. I'm not a professional. Don't take me as gospel. Don't ever take me as gospel. Do your own research. That's what I've done. Gone away, I've read, I've come to my own conclusions. I've listened to controversial opinions, I've listened to mainstream opinions, and I've kind of found my common ground and then gone away and experimented myself. So if you're experiencing symptoms around your hormones, I would definitely look to your diet and even just products that you're using first and foremost, because even if it's just not for that, like the way you feel on a day-to-day basis, eating all of the goodness is another level. Like, I actually can't put it into words. The type of life that I live now is like mentally, physically, hormonally, energy-wise, it's changed everything. But I also understand that you have to have that thing, that catalyst, and that realization that you're going to have to do it yourself. No one's going to do it for you. So if you want to change, you have to change. And that's the sort of premise of it, because I think a lot of people think that there's like a silver bullet somewhere where they'll pay for something and that will mean that they stick to it, but actually it has to be that connection of you experiencing the positivity and needing that positive outcome and moving forward with it. But you've got to do that on your own. So yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at. It's so promising for me and encouraging, and I feel so much better for it. I feel like I've really taken responsibility of like my situation as well, and I've done the most that I can do with the things that I have access to. If for whatever reason I wasn't able to do this, I would obviously go to more professionals. But I'm just going to keep tweaking things and just keep learning about creating things from scratch and hopefully sharing that with you. But it has been the most cathartic experience I think I've ever done. Like, it's just been so transformative for me as a human being and how I feel as a human being, and even just Ali and I, and like our relationship, everything got better. It's so weird. But yeah, anyway, so that's where we're at. I will update you. I'll continue to update you where I feel like it's relevant. But it's very, very exciting for me. So we've had a bit of an eventful evening. Porter's been sick a couple of times and we're just keeping an eye on him, and he's fine. He's fine in himself, but he's just come running in with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is looking like a tatty mess. We keep extra girlfriends in stock, and Ali's just gone and checked if we have one. And he hasn't told him yet, but they know that something is going on.
Goodness.
Barkley doesn't know, because Barkley doesn't have girlfriends. Oh my goodness. Porty, you've got a good... You know when the paw is up, they're like...
Shall we get you a new girlfriend? Your daddy's gonna come off. Come on then.
Barkley's stolen the old girlfriend, so Porter's like...
Come with me.
So we always keep a little girlfriend for when he just destroys.
My goodness.
The realisation. The realisation.
I'm gonna check there's a heart in there for love.
You'll be a good boy.
There you go. Barky, I've got to eat you.
See, look, Porter's like, well, hold on a minute. You wanted my toy. You date your girlfriend and enjoy it, my little boy. So, you've got your girlfriend, my love. Go on, off you go.
Got the big one. Well, you went from having a bad night to having the best night.
Best night. Well, famous last words. That he's okay. I've not slept, really, and I've treated myself to a shower, but we had a midnight rush to the vets last night because Porter started vomiting blood. It wasn't like, oh, Lumi's here, I didn't even realise. It wasn't like as if it was from his stomach, it was more that he'd been sick so many times that I think that either his throat or his intestine or something was like really irritated. Needless to say, out of hours emergency vets was the place that we were until 2 o'clock in the morning. Out of hours vets, you'll know from when Lumi was poorly, they don't really tell you much at all. They tell you everything and they tell you nothing. And so we don't really have like a solid answer of what's going on. He's definitely still not himself. But what they did was they gave him anti-sickness. They gave him Buscopan, which I believe humans can have. They gave him antibiotics. And they gave him fluids. They injected the fluids, and they said that if he'll have like a lump on the back of his neck, and it can stay up there depending on how much he needs the fluids. It can stay there up to 24 hours, and his was gone within a matter of minutes. So he became dehydrated very quickly. But like I said, we still don't really know what's going on. I slept on the sofa with him, and when I say I slept, it's the loosest form of the word. So I'm tired, but I haven't cried while speaking to you yet. I don't know what it is about when I speak to my camera. I don't cry when I speak to like anyone else, but when I speak to my camera, I think maybe it's like some subconscious thing that it's like it's not a person, even though there's literally however many of you on the other side of this camera that watch this. It just feels like it's not a person, and so it's almost like you don't have to be strong now, Lydia. You can cry, and but I'm trying not to get like that, because obviously I know that these things kind of happen with animals, and he's still got to go to the vets. So like his usual vets, I'm taking him in about 2.5 hours. Not ideal, but obviously can't be helped because I'm supposed to be going on a hen do tomorrow, but I'm obviously going to be playing that by ear now because I was supposed to be driving some of the girls, and if I like need to leave early or something like that, if something happens, or if I just don't even go after I've been, I don't know, it's always the way, isn't it? Something that you're looking forward to, and then like life just happens. I've never been on a hen do before other than my own, and so I was really looking forward to like trying it, but all is not lost yet, so I don't want to think that it's not going to happen just yet. But my boxes have arrived, my outfits that I was telling you about, but obviously I have zero interest in unboxing them, and this is always one of those moments where like you just realise what matters and what doesn't. You're like, oh, nice, that's not going to make me feel better. The only thing that I want right now, money can't buy. I just want him to be okay. What he's like at the moment is he was very thirsty last night, and I had to leave him 2 hours without having any water because he got to the point where he wasn't even keeping water down. So after his anti-sickness, he had to wait 2 hours just to really let it sink in, and then I started giving him small amounts of water every sort of 10 minutes. And that worked well. He then asked to go outside, and he was unwell from the other end. And from that point on, he didn't want any more water, and he's not really had much water since. However, we cooked him some boiled chicken and boiled rice and peas, and he cannot have enough of that at the moment. In fact, we're sort of a bit worried because he won't allow himself to sleep. All he wants is more food. He's not allowing himself to sleep, he's not drinking, and he's just definitely not himself. Like with Porter, if I go and sit on the sofa, he is there with me instantly, and all he's doing is sitting in the kitchen. I think it's because he wants the food, but it's just so unlike him. So hopefully we're going to get some answers when I take him later on. Also, it was such a panic last night. We learnt something new, that we can't really leave Berkeley and take Porter if we're leaving Berkeley alone, because Berkeley is now so attached to his big brother that he was very, very upset. We were looking on the security and he was very upset. So that was a lesson learned for us. It was just such a panic because we were just getting ready to take him to the vets, and he'd been being sick, and then it was very evident that he was vomiting blood. it sort of was getting a bit pink, and I was like, oh, that could just be his food, like I don't really know. And then it was like a little bit more pink, and I was like, I don't know, maybe he's just getting more dehydrated, I don't know. And then it was like, no, that's blood. Sorry about all of the talk about blood, but the one thing is that I've realised, I was like, I'm just never going to be one of those people that is able to get my camera out in those moments. Like, it's a real, like, I don't know, it's just the last thing that I would ever think of, not because, like, I'm not judging anyone in any way, shape or form, but it's just everything like fades into insignificance. And I know you won't mind me saying this, but like, you guys don't matter in that moment. I'm like, I really don't care if you see this or not. This is not important. It's just important that he is okay. And yeah, so I'm just not gonna be myself, but I'm also not gonna cry. So I should be packing, and I should be preparing food so that I've got things to eat whilst we're there. But again, everything fades into insignificance when someone you love is unwell. And I'm not even going to caveat this with, I know it's just a dog, because I don't believe that. I haven't even stopped to even care. I don't care, because thank goodness we went to the vets. All is good. It's looking good. He's eating, he's drinking, he's relaxing, he's not being sick. In fact, he's just gone outside, so I'm going to check that he's doing an okay poo if he is having one. Sorry about that. Sorry, I left you for ages then. It's blooming cold. I feel like I can think again. But basically, he's showing all good signs. He's eating, he's drinking, so we can just say that he probably ate something that you can hear the sound of him drinking now. He probably ate something that didn't agree with him on the evening walk last night. Today has been so difficult because I was like looking at him and I know he wasn't right. He just he wouldn't let himself sleep. And he is just like he's always happy to sleep. He loves sleeping. But thankfully I had so much help today as well, because today I was supposed to be prepping my food to take with me at the weekend. You're gonna think I'm nuts, but I don't know what the food situation is. I'm gonna be taking my granola with me, and I'm also gonna be taking some rice and chili, some sweet potato and tuna, and I'll also take some ginger shots with me as well. But I'll be taking a leaf out of my PT's book. My PT loves enjoying a drink with his friends, but when he doesn't want to drink, he doesn't make a big deal out of it. I'm only telling you guys because I think you'll find it interesting, and hopefully it'll inspire you. But I spoke to Donna at the event the other day, and she was like, I now am like a snack queen, and I have all of the things that I need with me, and if I can't eat those things, I'm not able to. I really struggle. So that's basically what I'm trying to do, is minimize me going into situations where I'm not going to be able to eat. So yes, but I'm taking a leaf out of his book, just not making a big thing out of it. I'll just grab my food, eat, and not, because then otherwise it just doesn't become a spectacle. But seeing as this one is feeling a bit better, you're gonna have scrambled eggs for dinner, my love. Scrambled eggs from the hens. How lucky are you? The doctor prescribed you human food, and you love human food. I'm feeling now like I can get into the boxes that I ordered yesterday from Theory and just see if I've got any nice sort of like outfits that will be appropriate for tomorrow evening. I need to let the girls know that everything's okay and that we can go ahead and I can drive everyone. Gosh, so many things just for one little animal, but you wouldn't have it any other way, would you? Sorry, I'm faffing with my hair so that I don't look like a member of Hanson. Okay, Theory boxes, let's do this. Now, both arrived. I feel like that's a really good omen, because I planned ahead. They were like, oh, this girl deserves, she's savvy. She deserves to have both her orders. But you know what it's like when you're like panic ordering things and then nothing arrives. I thought, I've got to damage limitate here. So the first thing that I ordered, which I could not pass up, this is a classic and something that I do not have in my wardrobe, but it does have marks on the shoulder, so I may have to send it back. But this is a classic white short-sleeved shirt dress with its own little belt, midi dress, pure classic. Now this is not for the bridal shower, FYI, because obviously I'm not going to wear a white dress to a bridal shower. The theme on the first night is actually black casual, so I bought this in black as well as an option. So that's the white dress, which I think is a bit of a classic. Now I wanted some black trousers to be quite comfortable in. Now these are a size up from what I would usually get, but I have found them, although they look quite good. I got the size, good length as well. I wanted some high-waisted, loose-fitting trousers that I can just put a nice black cami with and be comfortable. It's got belt loops, nice and high-waisted. Like, I'm not doing the low-waisted trend because I don't have any hips for the low waist to sit on, so it's just pointless. So I thought I'd get nice high-waisted, loose, double pleats, classic, perfect pair of trousers. Perfect pair of tailoring. I also got them in the other colour, so this is the size down, so these might be a little bit more snug, but a nice ivory shade, soft, warm ivory as well, like it's not too spandangly as an ivory. These look great. Oh, love them already, so happy. Oh, okay, so that's the first box. I was quite tame with the first box. Right, next up we have the black version, and in all honesty I think I will end up keeping both of these because these are such classics, like this with a nice tan, accessories, jumpers like over the shoulders. It's going to be such a great one for the spring summer months, easy to throw on, I don't have to think about it. It was this top though, oh my gosh. I think I'm going to have to do this haul a bit differently and just try everything on at the end, but hopefully I can be quick with it because I'm going to want to try things from both orders on together, so I hope you don't mind. But then I did do it. Okay, so I got the black top to wear with the black trousers for the black outfit, so yeah, that was what made me place the order. But this dress is the one I am most excited about because this reminded me of my Saint Laurent dress that I have in black, the little short mini one, but this was like summer. Imagine this with a vintage scarf, little ballet flats, dark glasses. We're gonna try it on, but this, it comes in black as well, it comes in a few different colors. This just felt like the cutest mini dress without being like sexy. I think that's the thing that I find really difficult about mini dresses, is I feel a little bit like sexy when I wear them, and I'm not a particularly sexy person. Does that make sense? Like, I've tried in the past, but I'm just not sexy. This feels like mini dress, young, youthful, but understated. Then the final, oh my god, I think I'm gonna keep everything. Sugar, this is not how it's supposed to be. Aha, this is my other options. Again, all classics. I'm gonna have to do this on TikTok as well, I think. All classics, a little black turtleneck, sleeveless. I thought this would be great under a blazer with the trousers again. I think that would be really nice. And then, of course, I got the ivory one to go with the other trousers. So I'm gonna try these on now. It's not how I usually do things, but because there's things from each order, I think it will make sense to just do it at the end. Okay, absolute win of an outfit. Now the trousers are too big. They are a size too big. However, I think it's unlikely I would wear these without a belt anyway. And I'm gonna pop the belt on now. I just wanted to show you it just basic. And in all honesty, I want to wear this tomorrow because this is a dreamy, just pared back outfit. I'm gonna quickly style it up with you as well, although I've got tags everywhere. So I am going to go, I was thinking about going for a black belt, but I kind of want to go for tan accessories to warm things up a little bit. So going in with the CDC belt, because I think this is how I will wear it tomorrow, with some pointed flats and tan bag, that kind of thing. I actually think that Theory has just gone to the top of my favourite brands at the moment. I think that their fit has improved so much since I worked with them as well. That was the one thing that I would always struggle with, was the fit of things, and it seems like they've spent some money on perfecting their sizing, their silhouettes, that kind of thing. Dream outfit. And so, like, it's just effortless. Like, look at that, it's just effortless. So wonderful. And then I can pop it with some little pointed tan flats on my Gianvito Rossi ones. These are the Malone London ones. And the trousers just kind of pull at the bottom. So you could obviously go for a cardigan over the top of this, jumper over the shoulders, blazer. This is so lovely for summer. This is definitely more like my London style when I'm heading into London, but also if I'm going out for drinks. Obviously at home, I dress a little bit differently because I'm inside and outside, but this is just a great one for like, I just want to be smart, but I don't want to look like I've tried too hard. Exactly what I was talking to you before. I think maybe I could have them taken up just a little, but for going out, using all my old accessories, just with some new little tailoring pieces. Oh, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And things like my blazers just change this up. Yeah, this is my outfit for black casual. Gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Right, let's try the other black top. Okay, going in with the knitted sleeveless top. Again, really pared back, but a great layering piece. Maybe feels a little bit more casual, more sort of day wear than the silk, but the silk just has that elevated elegance. This for me is such a great basic to have and just works in my wardrobe really well. So I feel so happy about my outfits. Oh my gosh. Okay, if I was doing anything else other than a bridal shower, this is what I would be wearing. Okay, same accessories as before. We've got the Jimmy Choo Maylies on, CDC belt, and there's Birkin. This is my summer fit. Silk and tailoring together is a recipe that you just can't top. And I think with like coats, if it was to still be cold, like it is, if I did need a sort of extra layer, this is the perfect colour, this Todd's coat, to go with this outfit and just make it feel still really relaxed and casual, but also elevated, and it's just got that real sort of high-end look to it, even though it's a very high-end coat. Colour of this is what I think is the most beautiful aspect of it, because this is like, they call it something different on their website. The colour is pumice. So both of these are pumice, not ivory. So it has more of like a blush feel to it, and I think it's my favourite colour ever. Like genuinely, this is my colour palette. Even when I've not had much sleep. This dress is everything. This is everything. I'm gonna get this in black because I feel like the black will be so wearable in summer, and when you don't have to worry about like getting anything on your outfit. But this is gorgeous. I popped it with a little Marcella London jacket just to show you it on its own. Obviously the summers in London, like brunches, dates, days by the beach. This is such a timeless shape. I feel like we've seen this on like Pinterest 100 times, where it's just pared back. It's just nothing. And yet the cut, the shape, the neckline, the shoulders, everything feels so considered. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. But I also love the fact, obviously I wouldn't wear this with sliders. We'd go in with probably ballet flats. Doesn't have pockets though, just as an FYI. Feel like a cute little ballet flat with this coat as well. Obviously it's definitely a spring look, but it's when there's like a spring chill in the air. I love this dress so much. This is exactly it. Like look, it's not clinging around here, so I'm like optimum comfort levels, but yet I still feel good. Love this. It's just so good on its own, and think about it with like scarves and things like that. Oh, gorge. I have to tell you, I am so impressed. Theory has really upped their game, because the fit of everything is just unreal. This is such an incredible dress for day wear. Beautiful length. Great with flats, but also with heels. This could be workwear, it could be day wear. It's just gorgeous. The shape on the shoulders fits beautifully. The belt actually has holes, so it's not one of those slidey ones, so it holds
holds you in. You can obviously swap it out for a belt of your own, but I kind of just love it like this. It has got pockets. It has got pockets. So I'm definitely keeping both of these dresses. I am so impressed. I'm gonna make myself look like a snack tomorrow and film a TikTok of all of these outfits, because I'm just over the moon. I feel like it's been such a long time since I've ordered from somewhere and been like, wow, I'm super impressed. And obviously you don't have to have all of the Birkins. I know they rub some people up the wrong way. You can go with a basket if you want and be all chic like Jane Birkin, because I feel like the colour with this goes with tan accessories as well. So you've got options, guys. You've got options. Love it. I'm going to try the black one on, of course. Black always feels a little bit edgier for me in outfits, and I'm struggling against the light going at the moment because it is the evening. But I love this. It's such a win. Such a gorgeous shaped dress. It feels elegant, but it feels a bit modern. Sometimes I know I lean more to the sort of like old and frumpy style. I just love it, but this feels very clean cut, very modern, and still doesn't feel like it compromises on the things that I like in dresses. So yes, depending on the weather, but I think I'm gonna wear the trousers and the top for the hen party vibes. Now I need to pack and get the boys some dinner.
Name a pair of more pampered sausage dogs than these two. My Lauren Manoogian cardigan as their bed. And that is only what happens when you've had two poorly sausages. Obviously we had Porter that's been poorly. We're still not certain he's back to himself. And then this morning, this one, don't know what, it was sick and unwell. No idea what's going on, so I'm cooking them some scrambled eggs to see if that helps settle their tummies, because we're feeders in this house, and when you're poorly, you get fed. Pampered, I tell you. I'm just letting this cool down for them, and then they'll have a little bit of that to hopefully make them feel better. Whilst that cools though, I am going to make myself one of the old recipes that some of you will remember from my energy balls. It's one of Carrie's recipes, and I'm just going to quickly whiz up these dates and then pop in all of the other ingredients, whiz it all up and make some energy balls so that I've got some bits to take with me. The recipe is 1 cup of dates, which I'm going to use my Thermomix because my Thermomix makes everything really easy. I'm just going to give it a whiz for 5 seconds. Perfect. So 1 cup of dates, 3/4 cup of ground almonds, half a cup of desiccated coconut, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 1 level tablespoon of coconut oil, and this is the Dutchy Organic Virgin Cold Pressed Coconut Oil. 1 heaped tablespoon of peanut butter, and this is, again, the weight shows Dutchy Organic. Again, this is a supporter of the Prince's Trust, which is why I love buying it. Peanut butter, deliciously crunchy, made with organic peanuts. You can eat it. Go on. Good boy.